Well, hello Pisces, welcome to your weekly reading. This is for August 28th through September 3rd. Hope you are amazing. We are going to jump right into this reading. We are going to talk about love energy for this week, money and career, and a random message. Okay, Pisces bouquet, snake, and lily. So, I'm going to pull the cards, actually. Nine of Cups, Eight of Coins, Four of Cups, Knight of Coins, Nine of Coins, Five of Coins. Yeah, there is a relationship here that feels really good to you. It's like emotionally happy and wanting this to continue. It's like seeing your happiness in someone and wanting it to continue this way. Like trying to protect it. But what's interesting is this person cannot be trusted. There's little small details that are showing me this. It's like this person has someone else. And their relationship with you is quite transactional. But I see you viewing it as we need to work on our relationship. And I need to be more patient, and that'll fix our issues. But the issue here is, it's like this person either is only thinking about themselves, they have someone else, or you're not on the list. It's very interesting. Because it looks like you're trying your hardest to make this work. They're not really interested in that. But you're like, if I just keep trying. Wow. This is interesting. It's like you really like this person, Pisces, but they are not in it. They are not in this with you. Let me see why, because I'm curious. They could have another person. This person has secrets. It's like they told you that you were going to try to make something happen. This was going to be long term. There's like, it feels like a promise here. But there's a secret to this working out. It's like they know something that's not gonna let this work out. What is the secret? They feel like they made a bad judgment call. Their negative feelings towards you are increasing. But it's interesting. I feel like they don't want to leave the collaboration, like leave the relationship with you because of some reason. Are you buying things for them? Are you paying rent? There is some sort of obligation here. Like maybe you moved in together or made some sort of promise. But they're not feeling it. And I feel like you think that you can recover this, but it's like dead. It's like dead in the water. Yeah, it's like dead in the water. They worry too a lot about how this is going to play out or what's going to happen. You're giving a lot of love to them and they are essentially giving you nothing back. It's like you're wasting your time and energy. This situation is just causing you so much worry. What's going on, Pisces? Okay, let's talk about money and career now. Ship, letter, bouquet. You either moved positions to a different company. You might even just came back from a trip. I feel like you actually moved companies or moved apartments. Or you wanted to and it came through. Let's see. Emperor, 7 of Cups, Lovers, which is unity, 8 of Swords, 2 of Wands, and a 2 of Cups. Yeah, it looks like you took control of a situation that kept you feeling trapped. Like you felt like you couldn't leave, or maybe you just didn't have the energy to leave. It looks like you went to a different department or something like that, or even changed companies. I feel like you were a little bit iffy about it, or maybe even taking an action. Because you felt like things weren't changing, or like you were just trapped in another situation. What's interesting about this, Pisces, I feel like this is not your perfect place to be. Why does it say you're not happy? It's like you thought this would be it, but you're not happy. What even is this? Maybe somebody told you you had to move departments. Maybe this was not your choice. This is somebody else. Yeah. So somebody told you you had to move departments, or you were trying to take control of your life, your job situation, and you felt like you didn't have a choice, like you had to move to something. It seemed like it's almost like you didn't have an option. You know, you didn't have a choice to choose from. Almost like it was chosen for you. Yeah, it was chosen for you. And for some reason you thought it would fix the situation. But it's almost like you're in the same situation again. Tell me more about this job. Oh, there is a change. There's definitely a change in job, or a change in position, or a change in company. You don't like it here. You're like disappointed. It's almost like you were tricked into it, or thinking it would be better, and it's not. There's something you don't like about it. You know, this is what I'm thinking, Pisces, because it looks like you don't like it because you haven't set up, you know how at a job when you've been there for a long time, you set up some kind of rapport with people around you, or bosses or coworkers or whatever. Like maybe you don't usually have to give notices for vacation days because you've been there for so long, or you have some sort of seniority. I feel like you're almost starting from scratch here, and you're not happy about it. You're like, this is not a good fit for me, and they're not trying to get to know me. Like, I'm not happy because I don't have the same benefits almost. Yeah, it's almost like they're not playing this game with you. Like, everything that you were used to is now different because of these changes, when you hope that it would get better. But the shock is that it's almost more structured. There's more of a social status. You're not in a good situation here. Let me see what your advice is. Try your best not to be defensive, because your ego is going to get in the way. You know, I feel like they're going to see you not as a team player and someone that is spiteful and upset, and it puts you lower and lower and lower on the totem pole, right? Because you're making yourself out to be a victim, and they're going to be like, oh, here we go. You know, they're not going to listen to you. All right, Pisces, that's kind of a deep one, huh? Okay, Tower, Heart, and Clouds. first thing that came to my mind was like fickle. I don't know why. But you're trying your best to like make structure in your life this week. And I don't even mean structure or rules as much as I feel like you're just trying to make everything seem like it's together. It kind of seemed like not things have fallen apart, but nothing is really organized in a way. It's almost like you assume that things were supposed to get better in a lot of different aspects, and it's just confusing. So it's like you have to look deeper into situations, like your actions, why you choose certain things. Are you going to continue to choose these? It's like important for you to look at the structure of how you got to these certain places, because it's something about the actions that you're taking and the choices that you're making. Okay, so we have the Five of Swords, King of Swords, Chariot, Four of Wands, Nine of Wands, and the Page of Wands. Yeah, it's something about the actions that you're taking. There's lots of wands here and swords, which means your choices, your decisions, your thought processes are leaking into your actions, and you need to think about those. It's like you tried to look at the bigger picture, but you didn't think about if you would be happy there. You know, like if it would fit you, if it would be your content place. It was like you just thought of cutting things out. You thought of being right, you know. Almost an overactive ego caused you to be in a position that you don't like or that you're not happy in. So now it's time to think about your choices. It's like, would you defend these choices with all your heart if you had to, or would you not? And these are the questions that you have to ask yourself this week, Pisces. Like, are you going in the right direction? You know, is all your determination in this one direction, or is it based on ego? And this is your opportunity to change and do something new if you like. You know, to look at all the other possibilities as well. Don't let your ego make your decisions for you. Okay? So I love you, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.